Hi little skeletons, it is Disney Queen Skelly here, and welcome back to a Chatting Skeletons episode. Today we are talking about something that happened a while ago, but I really wanted to mention it because I was stupid excited that this actually happened. I got Hubby into the show Arrow. Now that didn't take much convincing because he was actually stupid excited to watch the TV show. I myself had already watched a little bit of the TV show before I showed him, but I finished it once I was introducing him to it. So a little bit of backstory about how I got into Arrow. One of my exes was trying to get me into all of these TV shows that he liked, and I just kind of was complying because I didn't really have many TV shows that I liked watching, other than at the time I think I was still watching Disney Channel. And then I think I stopped watching Disney Channel after I really got into just Netflix shows. So one of the shows that he showed me was Arrow, and if you guys don't know what Arrow is, it's a DC TV show about the Green Arrow, who is a vigilante, and that's pretty much all you need to know this series. If you haven't watched it, please go watch it. It's very hard to explain without getting very, complicated, confusing, and everything else in between. So when we first started watching Arrow, if I remember correctly, it was during the pandemic, so we had a lot of time to catch up on this series. Now, mind you, Hubby and I have a bunch of series that we need to actually watch together, though. He started watching Book of Boba Fett without me, which means I need to catch up on that ASAP. Anywho, this was not a hard series for him to get into. It's just when I watch series, I need to be motivated to watch them, and a lot of the time I just did not want to watch this series. It might have been that because it reminded me of my ex, so it gave me a bad taste in my mouth, but I wanted to know how it ended, even though technically I already knew how it ended due to spoilers throughout the years. I mean, it had been 5 years since I had even watched the series, so for one, the series was over, and two, obviously you can't avoid spoilers. So I knew exactly who was going to die, I knew what was going to happen, and I'm not going to spoil anything here because I don't want you guys to be spoiled if you guys have not seen the series yet. And one thing I will say that I regret in terms of watching this series with him was not going back and watching the different parts properly, because there were at some points where Arrow would clash with The Flash, and then that would clash with DC Legends of Tomorrow, and then that would clash with Supergirl, and then Batgirl, and we would only watch the episode that was part of Arrow, so it was kind of hard to really understand what was going on, especially since you'd have to watch these certain episodes in a row, and I just did not know where to start, and I really didn't feel like going back and trying to research it all. So we would just watch the episode that was in Arrow, and even Hubby didn't want to go back and have to watch the episodes in the different series because he wasn't even really interested in some of those series. He wants to watch The Flash, but I'm going to let him do that on his own. I'm not really one for those TV shows other than Arrow. The ending I fully expected, and it ended in a very sweet way. I really like how it ended, and those of you who know the ending know exactly what I'm talking about. Like I said, it didn't really take much convincing to get him into the TV show, so it wasn't very hard to really, say that I got him to watch it. It was a case of, we finally got around to it. And I'm very happy that it happened. I'm happy that I got to experience this with him and see his reactions when it came to certain characters dying or coming into the series. One that really cracked me up, again, spoiler ahead if you haven't seen the series. And my apologies, I know I said I wouldn't be doing spoilers, but this is the only thing I'm really going to be spoiling because I still find it funny to this day. One villain that shows up for only one episode is Firefly, and Firefly is a from what I've seen, underrated DC villain that they don't really necessarily show on a lot of TV shows or movies. Now, I could be entirely wrong, but I also have not seen a lot, and this is just from what I have been told by Hubby, and he's seen a lot, so either he kind of forgot or whatever the case may be. But they kill off Firefly at the very end of the series, or the end of the episode. Now, he doesn't go out, fighting or anything like that. He literally just walks into fire and dies. And by the end of the episode, Hubby was screaming into a pillow because Firefly is one of his favorite villains, and they did him dirty by killing him off a certain way. Can't necessarily say I blame him, because if a TV show or a movie were to kill off somebody, in my opinion, in a very lackluster way, I'd be pissed too. There was a movie we recently watched, not going to say which movie because I don't want to spoil what the movie is or anything that's in the movie if you guys already have suspicions about it, but if you guys know which movie I'm talking about, then good for you. Hubby and I watched a movie recently where one of the characters Hubby predicted would die in the trailer, but when we actually went to watch the movie, I didn't think it would happen. But when it did happen, I kind of saw it coming because Hubby had mentioned it. And two, the way that this person died was just not even fitting because this character had been a part of this specific movie franchise. I probably just gave it away for a while now. And the fact that this character just up and died the way that they did, it just did not seem right for the character. It did not seem to do this character justice. But anyways, this is a shorter Chatting Skeletons episode. I didn't really have much to say on it. I'm sure at the time when I actually wrote it down, I probably had more to say on it, but now that it's been a while since I've actually written it down, I don't have really much to say. So if you guys have a favorite DC or Marvel TV show, let me know in the comment section down below what it is and what you love so much about it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and if you guys have seen The Arrow, let me know what you guys think of the series in the comment section down below as well, and I'll see you next time. Bye, little skeletons. Stay safe, and I love you guys.